Guys, it's Thanksgiving, Turkey Day. So I'm here doing some stuff outside, trying to put things together. I figured it's cool to work on some stuff out here. I had actually a question for, I know one of you, either one or two of you guys are, I know for sure one, former plumbers, just like Cody. But I want to ask you guys something because you've been around a long time doing it. What the heck is the flux? This stuff. I got two different types. I got I guess this is the old school stuff. Even Cody said this is the best. But as you guys saw early in one of those vlogs, it's very hard to remove. Even when it gets on your hands, I remember, like, man, I couldn't, almost felt like I was going to rub my hands raw just trying to get the stuff off my hands. And then, of course, it just says it right there, it causes severe skin burns. Yeah. And of course it's in Spanish or something, but there's also the word graves in there. I'm sure it means something else in Spanish, but I know peligro would be damage or danger, and I think something like that. I don't know. And then I got this stuff, which is the water soluble stuff that I've been using. And it also causes severe skin burns and says graves on it. But at least that stuff comes off. You can wash it off your hands. So I'm wondering, what the heck is it? What makes it do what it does? So if any of you guys know, leave that in the comments below. I'd like to know. It's interesting stuff to me. And I'm trying to do this as much chemical free. I know that's kind of stupid sounding when you're soldering, but for one, not using lead. It's lead soldering because you're just pretty much, and of course you don't want to be breathing in the fumes anyway, but just trying to, and of course handling is just something you're going to be handling a lot. They don't want to do that. I remember even Cody saying that. He said, well, if you're going to handle it a lot, use the lead free. So might as well. Yeah, playing with bullets and stuff is bad enough. What I've been doing is building this thing piece by piece. As Johnny Cash says, one piece at a time. I've just been tinkering around with it most of the day today, honestly. I watched some movies and kind of relaxed. But yeah, back to working on this again. Although for you guys, the video just went right to this, right? Yeah, nothing really to film because really wasn't doing anything. But yeah, doing a little bit of this. Really happy with finally finding all the stuff to do this with that works. It's been a lot of fun. I've actually been having a lot of fun with this soldering and learning how this stuff works. I never knew just how much stuff is involved in it. I remember as a kid being fascinated with the Terminator 2 movie, the liquid metal guy. I remember I just like asking my dad, oh man, how did they do that? How did they make that liquid metal guy? All that liquid metal come together. And I remember we went out to the back of in the yard, and he broke out some soldering and lit it and made puddles of it and kind of let me look at it for a little bit. So I remember that was the first time I ever saw that. So, but yeah, now that I'm actually working with it and using it for something, it's like I didn't realize how important heat, the flux, the wire, all that stuff comes into play. It's really neat. It definitely fascinates me for sure. So yes, so almost there. We'll see over the course of all these days. I've got those big blades. They are sanded down a little bit, still left really crude. I got these two fingers done. I still gotta construct part of the last finger. I just did this one, the little one. So yeah, it's coming along. I've got it soaking water to get all that flux kind of out of there. So yeah, so we're doing that. Set those aside. It's coming along. Get this Dremel. Gotta have a Dremel. I think every one of us that messes around with this stuff, you know, gun stuff or anything, I think every guy ought to have a Dremel tool. Torch and all that. So yeah, I just found that I just work on a little bit at a time. That way you don't, it doesn't get too frustrating when something doesn't quite work out. And it allows you to take your time a little bit more and just kind of go at a different pace at this stuff, because it definitely can get frustrating when it makes it worse when you just can't, things just are not going right and you're trying to, you know, construct an entire glove within, you know, just a few hours. Alright, so thank you to Brian Schmidt. I'm not sure exactly what to do about this, but apparently my videos have been stolen. Been by this person, Darren Herrera, has, yeah. Apparently they stole about 50 of my videos right here. They've been uploading them. So I have, I guess, I'm not sure. I don't know how really to go about this. In a sense, I guess I'm flattered a little bit that somebody thinks that my stuff is worth stealing. Again, I guess you could go to his page and report it, which I have done. I went ahead and reported it for impersonation because it's kind of not cool to, I guess, I do work hard on my stuff, so it's kind of uncool to have somebody take it from me. So again, that link is actually in this video, which is my recent video that I had uploaded of the Ruger Security 6, and it was really cool that, yeah, Brian Schmidt had posted it there, gave me a heads up, so yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what exactly to do, but I guess I've done what I need to do, which is report it as impersonation of my stuff. Strange, huh? I don't know. You would think somebody would come up with their own ideas, but instead of stealing somebody else's. Well, it has come to night already. Yep, that's night. So, let's take a look. I like the cold weather. I know I've been saying that lately. That's because I'm so excited that there's cold weather. I am near complete on the Freddy glove. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. I have one more finger to go, and then that's it. I can put it together because everything else is together. So, yeah, we'll see. But, yeah, you know, the lights out there are so neat. I wish the camera picked it up better. I really do. It just doesn't pick it up as well. I want to close this video out with talking about some things that I'm thankful for, because I think it's also a good day that it helps you stop and realize, okay, you know, let's reflect on some things we got. And I'm very fortunate to be where I'm at now. I took a shot at wanting to be in the gun business, and I seem to be somewhat successful at it so far. That's a far cry from where I was, you know, whatever, 10 years ago, or not 10 years ago, but coming back from Colorado, living over there, and coming back here, and then working for a coffee farm and doing that, and it was physical labor that didn't pay very well for what you had to do, but you know, eventually it did. Eventually it led to a little bit more money, but not at first. I mean, at first it was a lot of grueling work for very little paycheck. So figuring, what are we going to do? During this time, the economy didn't go so well, so I moved on from there, and both a friend of mine and myself were searching for jobs. I wound up landing a job at a box store, one of those big, you know, box store places, and I was there for a long time. I started there with asset protection, and I went from kind of just monitoring things to I was I guess they call it a floor walker, where you don't show up in a uniform. It's your job to kind of look like a shopper, but you're trying to see if you can find somebody stealing things. And yes, you know, we make the apprehension and, you know, prosecute them and all that. Usually it's always the same story when you catch them. So I never understood being a thief, but hey, you know, some people that they don't think anything of it. So, but yeah, did that for close to 5 years, something like that, and I just thought to myself, this can't be what I'm gonna do. Wound up cutting my teeth in the gun business, going to work at a gun counter in a much larger sports store, and from that point, that was it. That was an initiation for me. I was really fortunate to have a really close friend of mine that became a good friend of mine right there by my side to help me learn this stuff and help me learn about what it takes to be behind that counter, because it's not easy. It seems easy, but until you've done it, it really is kind of an interesting ride. I don't regret a single bit of it, because it led me from that to working kind of privately with a guy I met, and kind of, you know, you see me every day going, you know, every week going to that shop. That's pretty much my baby. I take care of it. The owner put complete trust in me and gave me the keys, and that's it. I run it. So that's kind of my gig now, and that's what I do. I started the YouTube thing because I felt that, first of all, it was kind of like, I wonder you know, somebody told me, I think a friend of mine said you should try it, and I kind of took a chance with it and messed around a little bit with it. And then when I actually started realizing that you can actually get people that want to watch this stuff, that was the amazing part to me. It was like, wow, okay, people do watch this stuff. And then so be it. You know, I just enjoyed sharing knowledge. I enjoyed sharing things that that I had to, in some cases, learn the hard way. I paid too much for some revolvers and got ripped off, and it's just what you do. You got to learn. I had to learn right away that just because the guy's, you know, selling it to you, it doesn't mean he's honest, or, you know, she's honest, or whatever. They want the money. In the end, that's kind of what they care about. So they sell you a little revolver, and you kind of wonder why the trigger's all gritty, and you paid near, you know, you probably paid double what it was supposed to go for, and because you didn't know. Get a little knowledge a little bit later and pop the side plate off, and it's full of rust. That's why it's all gritty. So these are things that I learned by spending my own money and getting kind of ripped off, in a sense. So I figured I wanted to make videos and help people and maybe aid them in their next purchase, or things that they're trying to buy, you know. And so help them. I pass on some things that I've, you know, had to learn, and you know, like I said, in some cases the hard way. So but I also I started to get really savvy really quickly with this stuff, because I started realizing what was too much money to pay for something, what was just an exaggerated astronomical price that they were just throwing out there, and learning that the best tool is at our fingertips right now, the internet. As much as I'm not a computer person, but the tool is right here, it's right now. And that's the amazing thing about all of this YouTube videos that I never dreamed that, you know, as a little kid, you know, I remember dreaming about owning a video camera and just thinking, man, I could do all this cool stuff with it. I was really into wrestling figurine things. You know, I had a Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, and you know, all those guys, and I play with them a lot. And I used to think, man, I could film these, you know, wrestling matches, you know, just stuff I used to make. So looking all the way back there, I never could imagine that you could actually film something, post it up for the world to see, and you have an audience, and people are tuning in, and people watching this. That's pretty amazing to me. So there you go with that. Now back to the point of what I was trying to say. The technology right there of the internet is right at our fingertips. I was really quick to learn that when somebody tells you that, you know, that during this time where they say, you know, a cult detective special is going to cost you over $1,000, you kind of go, wait a minute, and you go online and you see them on Gunbroker, and during this time when I was doing this, they were like $400 or $500. So you can see, like, he was trying to make a you know, almost, you know, quite a big markup there. So that's quite a lot of money there you're talking. So, you know, instead of purchasing something for $1,000 or probably more, I bought it for $400. So, you know, that's just being, I caught on really quick. I used to realize, okay, you know, this is some of the things and tools you want to, you know, use, buying these books, these standard catalogs of firearms, that gives you a ballpark figure. At least you have something, you know where you're at in the playing field. So if you look through that book and say, okay, you know, it's a, you know, new in a box, the thing is $1,000, excellent condition $800, you know, good condition, you know, 5 to 6, poor condition, you know, etc. So that gives you an idea. Okay, so when he presents it to you and he's like, well, that's like, you know, brand new condition, but it doesn't have box or papers or tags or nothing like that, but so you can pretty much say that's an excellent condition. So you know, okay, $800. He starts throwing numbers out you, $1,500, $2,000. You know, that's a no-go. So, yeah. Before I get out of here, I wanted to show you guys. This is the coolest 45 I think I own, far as a semi-auto, because this is something that grabbed my attention right away. Comes in this box right here. By the looks of that, you probably already know what it is. It comes also packed in this wonderful blue tray with still even have one of the original magazines wrapped up. I'm sure you already know what this is. That big blue lid with that gold pony on it. This was a gun that absolutely I just went crazy for. I had to have this thing. I just could not, I knew I could not live without it. I was very fortunate to walk into a friend of mine's shop that had it, and he sold it to me. Well, you can't even see it, can you? Yep, lighting is pretty bad. It's a Colt World War I reproduction 1911. You've seen this plenty on the channel because it's my favorite 1911 pistol. It's, from what I understand, they made a really limited run of these things. They only made like 4,000 of them, something like that. And they did do what they call the Happy Birthday gun, the one that they did where they put different roll marks on it for the 100-year anniversary. That I think it's called the Tier 3 or something. This is not that gun. This is a gun that they made back in 2009 that has different roll marks on it. The roll marks on the slide is more like the military style ones, so that's what that is all about. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Running this video up too long, taking up too much of your time, so I'll see you later tomorrow, Friday. I'm off, so yay.